In this video, I'm gonna let Pinterest decide what my makeup aesthetic is. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my Pinterest. We're gonna type into the search bar my makeup aesthetic, and we're gonna do whatever makeup that Pinterest tells me to do. Okay, so this is my Pinterest. She is very pink, obviously. I've been playing Minecraft, so there's lots of Minecraft stuff. Lots of cute little things. Okay, so we're gonna go to the search bar. We're gonna type in my makeup aesthetic, and then we're gonna do whatever makeup comes first. This, ooh, this is so pretty. You have this really pretty like doe eye look. There's some glitter in there. There's some cutie fake freckles. There's a really pretty lip. That looks really pretty. Her brows are full, and it looks like she has some like fake eyelashes on. Let's like break it down a little bit more. She looks gorgeous. Her eyebrows are pretty thin. She's got glitter all the way up to her eyebrow, which is really cute. She's got like a little bit of like brown on top of the glitter, funnily enough. Definitely she has some sort of fake lash. She has a little tiny wing. One thing about this look is it's a matte look. So less so matte and a little more satiny. So that's good to know. She's got really cute freckles, and she has freckles like under her eyes, which is very interesting. Every time I do my freckles, I try and do it on my like cheekbone. And then she has like a nude lip with the top lip just brown, and then the bottom lip kind of more pinky. Pink blush, she's got some bronzer, and she definitely has nose contour. So this is gonna be really fun. I'm really excited. Her makeup is so pretty. So now they're kind of broken down what the makeup looks like, let's get into skin prep so we can start our base. Okay, we're gonna get started. First thing I'm gonna do is shade my brows, because her eyebrows look very thin and they look a little bit shorter, and I've been needing to clean up my brows. I'm gonna put a little bit of like white cream on my brows. Okay, now that I shade my eyebrows, we're going to get into the skin prep. I don't like to do anything too fancy to my skin, just because I feel like the more I put on, the more my makeup just like separates and gets weird. So I like to keep it simple. I just like to put some sort of white cream on my face. This just like is moisturizing. I don't like to put too much because it can get like cakey. And then I just like to put some Vaseline on my lips, so by the time we do like lip stuff, things aren't gross. I'm gonna let this sit, and I'm gonna start on the brows. So it looks like the brows in the photo are pretty like ashy brown, and she seems to keep the front part of her brow pretty light. I wouldn't say I'm the best at doing my brows. I just like, I don't know how people do it. Like I've tried all the tricks, and I'm just not very good at doing my brows, unfortunately. I feel like my brows just they always get messy. Like, how are her brows so like beautiful? I don't know. Like I also just like, I don't have the best brow foundation. My brows are really light they're sparser despite my hair being darker. I guess I don't see a ton of brunettes whose eyebrows are like as light as mine, especially growing up. Like I had no eyebrows. I was bald on my face. Eyebrows just aren't thick. Maybe I should start using like a serum on maybe I should use just like a brow serum. But then it's like I'm not embracing what I have, you know? One way I like to keep my brows looking sharp is I get a little Q-tip with a little bit of water on one end and dry on the other, and I just remove the excess product, and it just kind of cleans things up a little bit, because I feel like I don't have the most precise hand when I do my brows. I'm going with a little bit of brow gel just to like smooth things out. Her brows just look really clean. Can't relate. Okay, I've just covered my brows in concealer. I'm gonna use this little concealer brush and brush out. I'm gonna use this concealer brush and blend out the brows. Okay, so there are the brows. Now we're gonna go into our base. I put some primer on my face, but I see people like stick things to their face. Let's try it. Yeah, what the f? Like, how much are you putting on? Okay, so her base looks pretty matte. I'm gonna use a combination of a satin foundation and just like a skin tint. I'll put this on first. I'm gonna blend this out. Okay, I might have enough. We're gonna blend. This look is pretty close to my everyday makeup, which is nice. It's just like a little better. It's a little better looking. But then the issue is like, I feel like I'm not very creative with my makeup, but then like I'll see someone do something on their face and I'm like, that looks different though, but I don't know how you're doing it. Like, I don't know how you're doing something different. Like I don't quite understand. But so in terms of bronzer, I can't really see the sides of her face, but it does like she has like a tiny bit of bronzer / contour here. It's a little lower. Her contour's like almost here-ish versus like up on the cheekbone. So I'm gonna do that. This is like a bronze and contour. I'm gonna put like a little bit lower on my face. I'm just gonna put like two little dots here. See, it's her bronzer's like here-ish. And then she has some on her nose. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the sides of my nose. She definitely has a lot here on the tip, like above the tip. And then it doesn't look like she has a lot down here. I'm just gonna put a little bit down there. I'm just gonna blend out the contour. I'm really trying to keep it where it is. Yeah, kind of like there. I blended it a little bit too close to my mouth, low key. I can't see her forehead, so I don't know if she has forehead contour. She probably does. So I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my forehead. You can tell I use this and put bronzer here. Can't you? Just kind of putting it in my hairline. Okay, that is the contour done. It looks pretty okay. Blush, I'm gonna try and put a pinkier blush on top of this blush because her blush looks pink, but it also looks a little orangey as well. I'm gonna try and sort of match it with the powder blush. Her blush is like here. It's not really on her cheek that much. And she does have blush on her nose. We're gonna put a little bit on our nose as well. Kind of like layering on. It's kind of like that. We're gonna try and really work on the coverage for concealer because it looks like her skin is like perfect. I'll put some here. I'm just gonna try and like identify a tiny bit here. Her blush kind of goes up. Then I'm gonna do my nose. I'm gonna do a triangle here. Her nose looks snatched. I'm gonna blend out the concealer. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna let it sit a little bit because I feel like if I let it sit, it's gonna give me more coverage. Oh, she has stuff on her eyelids. She definitely has concealer on her lids. Really different from the makeup that I do for sure. I need to probably take a picture of this. My lips feel pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this lip treatment on. We let this sit for a little bit. We're gonna blend. I'm gonna try and blend the edges. Just trying to keep the coverage on my face. Okay, there's the base pretty much all done. I feel like it's ready for powder. I'm gonna go in with a pressed powder to try and emphasize smoothness. And then I think I wanna go in with some sort of HD powder to kind of really set in the madness that is gonna be this face. This pressed powder has seen better days. I'm gonna try and put the HD powder on the high points of her face. So it looks like her nose, her under eyes, honestly here as well. Like here, 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 and here, I feel is where the high points of her face are and where it seems that she has the most glow / like lightness. I'm gonna put a little bit of pressed powder on my powder puff, low key, like that. I'm getting like bombarded. I'm gonna die. And then funnily enough, I'm gonna put some here. I feel like that's right. Okay, so this is the state. This powder is gonna asphyxiate me. Okay, while this is setting, we're gonna move on to eyes. Her eyes are beautiful. Let's break down her eyes. She has some like shadow right here. She has white shadow all the way over here. So all the way to this part of her eye. And then she's glitter going like this. Beautiful love. Then a little bit of brown shadow here, which I'm sure is her nose contour. It looks like an eyeshadow wing. It doesn't really look like a wing done by eyeliner. Her eyebrows are so much smaller than mine. I'm going with a light shade. I'm gonna go in with this like pinky shade with a little bit of white. I'm just gonna place that all over my lid to set my lid because I want like a pretty neutral base on my eyes. That powder really did a number on me. Holy, I feel clogged. Now that I put a base on my eyes, we're gonna go in with this like coffee color, and I'm gonna put this color, it's more of a neutral-ish color. I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm just gonna pat it here. It doesn't look like she has any other eyeshadow that's dark, and it doesn't really go very dark. Like she doesn't have a lot of darkness there, so I'm just gonna pat it just like that. Yeah, just like that. Looks like she used probably her bronzer, so I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade and just pack it into my corner. And I'm gonna try, it looks like it's not really like here. It's more so just like the above her corner. Everything's falling. Okay, so I put some my eyes, I like cannot speak today. We're gonna wipe away the bake, grab our bronzer, and we're gonna put it right here. I'm just gonna grab this shade. I feel like that's the right shade. Pat right there. I think I put it too high. Is that giving? I don't know. Her blush. I have a couple options. This e.l.f. palette, this pinky color. I feel like that's actually the perfect color. I don't think I need other options. I can tell which one's my baby. I'm gonna put, wait, I'm doing things all in the wrong steps. I didn't even do my nose contour. We're going to, she kind of brings it in and out, and then she makes a little circle around her nose. Ooh, that's not even. Ooh, that's not even. That's scary. I always do my nose contour. I always do my nose contour very, it's like a very obvious circle, but it looks very cute. That's as good as it's gonna get. We're gonna go on blush next. Now I'm gonna put it on my cheekbones. Oh, I feel like, guys, I think I'm doing it. I really do like her makeup. I feel like it fits me well. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Finish up the eyes. We're gonna do her eyes next. Eyes are like a champagne-y color. I'm gonna mix this, and this here. All the way up to her eyebrow. I don't know, my eyebrow shaped like that. Hers is a much more beautiful curve than mine is, low key. I'm using this like tiny little brush. I feel like this, yeah, kind of like that. I feel like I need to blend this a little better. This is very like cartoony for me, I fear. In like a good way. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's the vibe. I'm gonna try and do the like under eye thing that she has. I'm gonna grab this like tannish color. I obviously it's making her eyes look bigger, and it's working because her eyes look beautiful. But okay, I don't know how this looks on camera. So I'm not sure if this looks stupid. I'm gonna try one more time to make it look a little like deeper. If I can't, then I'm gonna give up. Like a flat brush I feel like would work really well. I just don't like have a flat brush. So I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get. I can't tell if I look crazy. I think that's it. I don't think it's getting better than this, like truly. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. I feel like this is different from the things that I do, so that's good. At least this was worth it. Okay, I'm gonna put the glitter on. This is not really a chunky glitter like hers. This is more like iridescent. I don't really have beautiful chunky glitter like she has, but I'm gonna try and replicate the look a little bit with the glitter. There is the glitter. Totally not glitter. Like, this is iridescent. So I failed. Okay, we're getting towards the end. I'm getting tired. Highlighter, and I'm gonna put it on the tip of my nose and a tiny bit on the bridge. I mean, the makeup's looking pretty. Like, it's not bad. Could be worse. Time for freckles. Her freckles look so beautiful and natural, and I know that that's not what we're gonna be doing today. I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking it up in a bad way. We're gonna put some freckles like here. Try and make it look a little more natural. It's giving ant trail. It's giving ant trail. Okay. I feel like I should stop while I'm ahead, even though I'm behind. I feel like the makeup's looking cute. Ah, I like Delta Zeta. We're doing a black eyeliner wing because I can't do this right now. We're gonna do a small one. We're gonna do a beautiful small one. Just like that. Tiny wing. Baby wing. Itty bitty wing. Eyeliner's done. I have devastating news. I can't find my falsies. So we're just gonna do mascara. I'm gonna try and make this part of my eyelash a little bit thicker to try and emphasize the kind of look that she's got going on. Mascara on this side of my lashes. I can't believe it. I thought I had my falsies. I don't think I have them here. That's great. I've never tried freckles like on my face like this, so looks like she doesn't have a lot of mascara on her bottom lid, or her bottom lid, on her bottom lash. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes next. Okay, so that is my hair getting crazier. The closest brown liner that I have to hers. So we're just gonna try and pile this on. Kind of didn't really turn out like hers. I just think this isn't the right color, but I'm trying to make it as close as I could. It doesn't really match. Alright, so this is the makeup complete. I think it turned out really cute. There's a couple differences between the makeup that I saw and the makeup that I made. Product differences, color differences, but I think it's definitely different from what I do every day. Super cool to try new like makeup looks, and I feel like every time I do my makeup looks the same, and I get frustrated because I'm like, I've tried to do something different, but for some reason it looks the same. And I think this time I feel like I look somewhat different than how I started, which is nice. So this was my inspo photo, and this is the final product.